Harry Hudson after the 1-1 draw at Corinthian on Saturday. Harry, your first assessment of your 90 minutes in charge of Sevenoaks Town?
Really proud of the boys and what they gave today, because they gave absolutely everything they could have done. Difficult to get lots to work on, like what we want to get, how we want football to look, because we had a very limited space of time. But if the boys apply themselves and have the desire and the heart and the care that they showed today, it's a fantastic starting point, and it's for us now to build on that.
Great goal to go in front. The disappointment you carried with you home tonight is how late the equaliser was.
Most certainly. An 89th minute deflected free kick is a little bit of heartbreak, and let's just draw on the positives. The boys are disappointed to only walk away 1 point today, away at a ground that's very hard to be points up against, and it's taken an 89th minute deflected goal for that to be the case. So really proud of the boys. It's a foundation, it's something to build upon, and that's what we're looking to do next week.
A sense of relief that the first 90 is out of the way, because it's been a manic, rather difficult week for you.
It's been, probably the most I wouldn't say difficult necessarily, but the most intense week I've probably had in managerial football, trying to assemble a team from seeing who's available, speaking to as many contacts we can. I've had some great support in the non-league world, both in terms of helping us perhaps recruit, but also just support personally, which is lovely to hear. But yeah, it's been a long week. Look forward to perhaps a quieter week next week, hopefully.
And what pleased you most about the performance? Obviously, there was a great, as you touched on in another interview, great desire. I thought there was plenty of enthusiasm on the pitch, but also on the bench with your coaching staff and the backroom team. Was that a sense that you're all in it together, and you are one team, one squad? Most certainly. Like I can't ask players and people to do things that I can't do myself, or I'm not willing to do myself. And if I want people to problem solve and to ask questions and to stand up and be men, I have to do the same thing. And that goes for it's the coaching staff and the playing staff. Go away to Paul and Sam, who've been phenomenally supportive today, this week. Like, I cannot stress enough how amazing they have been in terms of helping us get players signed. Like, we're all in this together. We're all people, and we're all men and women, of course. But like, we're here to make the betterment of the football club, and that is to do. At the moment, that's just to get as many points on the board as you possibly can. We'll cajole, we'll infuse as best we can. We talk a lot about culture, so having the right culture. So like silly things that people might seem silly, but for us are really important. Like clapping players when they come off, congratulating not just goals but tackles and headers and clearances. It's such an important part of us having getting the right morale. And honestly, usually it takes time. It takes time to build these things. And at the moment we don't have time, so we have to force some of it through, which is probably what you might have seen today from the bench. Like in terms of trying to infuse and cajole and motivate, but ultimately that's the most important for us, having that culture of togetherness. And said from 5 days in the job to have had that level of support from the players and the staff and the club there, I'm just really happy with. And 2 training sessions, an almost new squad. There were 4 or 5 involved and 4 or 5 not involved who were here to support you today. How did you go about preparing a squad for a game, having had so little time with the players? Yeah, challenging. So Monday it was more of a kind of meet and greet for them, players to feel out how we want to work. And then pretty much Wednesday we had to get to work with some shape. So we focused a bit defensively, and I wanted. I felt like if we can get a clean sheet, we get a win, and we're so close to that. And in open play today, I didn't feel like Corinthian caused us many problems, and that's what we worked on. We worked on defending open play, and then we did some work on some set plays. And so ultimately, it's taken a deflected free kick, which you just cannot control, for them to breach us. But yeah, we worked defensively. So offensively today, there was we didn't have any chance or time or opportunity to really work on our patterns or what we want to try and do with the football. That will come. It will take time. But I'll always start coaching defensively, because if you've got a strong foundation, you can build upon that. If you're leaking goals and goals are going in very easily against you, that's not a recipe for winning football games. So yeah, for me that was the most important thing. And if their boys can demonstrate that level of kind of what we want to do from working from one session, and that's a really positive step, because if they can do that again when we start working with the ball,
and they're that receptive and able to implement what we want, then we're going to be onto something good, and that's the most important thing.
And the set play that our goal came from, that looks as though it had been worked out on the training ground.
Yeah, all credit to Dacey. So Mark does the set plays for us. We nearly had another one as well. The credit to Dace there. It was something we worked on Wednesday. There's another one that we got called offside for another corner, which was very unfortunate. Looked quite close. So yeah, if you can nick a goal or so a game from set plays, you're going to be onto something. And yeah, credit to Dacey there, most certainly.
And just finally, a word about Dan Colmer. Tyler McCarthy's just left saying that he really couldn't risk it because of a tummy upset. Young Dan's come in, and I'm sure you'll be delighted with his performance, particularly that one-handed save that kept it at 1-0 very late on before the equaliser.
Yeah, Dan's performance was exceptional today, but I'm so grateful for him. He wasn't due to be in the matchday squad. Tyler's woken up unwell. For him to come in, very little preparation. We want to help, be willing to help, and deliver performance like that. I can't speak high enough of him as a young man. I think he's got a very, very bright future in the game.